What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite. Welcome back to the Tactic Tester with Atletico Madrid. Today we have Valencia and Real Madrid in La Liga. Two big matches. Valencia are currently in 8th place, 2 points out of 7th, and then Real Madrid are second, 7 points behind us, but we have a game in hand. So if we win our game in hand and win today, we will be 10 points clear with not a whole lot of games left. So we'd be in a great position to win the league. It's not really a title decider just yet, but it's dang close. So we played 3 games since I last saw you against Juventus. That huge disappointment, that absolute collapse. We started off against bottom place Valladolid, beat them 3-0, but again it took a penalty. So we still, at that point, we had yet to score 3 goals without one of them being a penalty or an own goal. Dembele scored a penalty in the 44th minute before Felix scored immediately after in the 47th, immediately after halftime. And then Torreira in the 82nd minute to close it out. We then played Villarreal and actually scored 3 open play goals. The only problem is we conceded 3 open play goals. We actually went down 2-0 after the 40th minute, but Dembele immediately afterwards pegged them one back, and then we scored pretty soon after halftime, 59th minute, to bring it to 2-2. Then they took the lead again in the 62nd minute with Paco Alcacer, but we won it, or not, we didn't win it. We equalized in the 75th to get a draw. I don't know what went wrong defensively for us. We've been good defensively for the most part, other than Juventus. For the most part, we've been pretty solid defensively. So I don't know what happened this match, but we just kind of fell apart defensively. And even though they didn't have bad ratings, like if you look at our defense, the lowest rating is a 6.7. That's not too bad compared to some of our attackers. 6.4 for Correa, 6.6 for Llorente. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but disappointing to not win that game. Could have been even more clear of Real Madrid, but we dropped the points a little bit there. We then played Osasuna, beat them 2-0. Again, another penalty by Dembele. We've been getting so many penalties this season. So that's another reason why I say our success is not really sustainable. Is a lot of them have come from the penalty spot. Like, obviously, we didn't need the penalty in the end because Dembele scored in the 48th minute. Suarez had been dropped. So I'd been starting Dembele over Suarez because Suarez has been terrible. Or he was terrible against Juventus at least. I mean, he'd been okay before that. Like, he'd scored 3 goals in 2 games before that, but he was so bad against Juventus, I just couldn't justify playing him. So, and Dembele's come in and has done pretty well. So, pretty happy with Dembele. But first, before we get into the Real Madrid match, we have Valencia, a game we should be winning. They're in 8th place. Suarez is actually going to play, but he's going to play as a trequartista. I haven't really had a second trequartista that's really stepped up and really demanded the spot. Like, if you look at our 3 trequartista backups, Carrasco 6.8, Correa 6.7, João Felix 6.7. I'm not impressed by any of them, so I'm giving Suarez a chance there. Yeah, I want to keep Dembele up top because he's been in good form. Lamar has to stay in. Our normal midfield, pretty much our normal back line. Hermoso comes in because he's been in really good form. Trippier keeps his spot. But other than that, the normal back line you would expect. Let's get into this Valencia match. See if we can set ourselves up well for not a title decider, but a very important game in the title race against Real Madrid. I'm going to say we have a chance to qualify for the UEFA Champions League, so go out there and impress me. Obviously, I think 1 point we guarantee Europa League football next season, which is an okay result, but from the position we're at, we want to win the league. Your Atletico de Madrid side can book a spot in the Champions League competition proper with a win here. Are you confident of seeing it through and getting the required result? We're focusing solely on this match for now. It would be foolish to start looking elsewhere whilst we still have business to attend to. Valencia's good run has them 5th in the Premier League form table. How much of a threat do they pose? They're going to make life hard for us. They're a good team in good form, and we have to be at our very best to get something. This is their lineup. They've lost 1 in their last 5, so yeah, they are definitely in good form. Pretty strong lineup. But I think ours is strong too. We've, again, only lost 1, but we've drawn another one in our last 5. So we're in actually worse form than they are in the last 5 games. So we need to be at our best. Barcelona are kind of falling behind. They're on 28 games played just like we are, and they're only on 64 points. So 13 points behind us. They're kind of falling away. But Real Madrid are very much in this title race. We need to continue our good form in the league and make sure we win this league because I'd be very disappointed in this team and this tactic if we don't win the league from here on. Is Dembele. A nice ball through from, of course, Thomas Lamar. And Dembele finds the back of the net. A great start to this game. 3 minutes in, Moussa Dembele, been in great form, and he shows it. Suarez with the ball to Lamar. So he gets involved in the play, but Lamar with a beautiful through ball. Dembele runs onto the end of it, and a great finish to the left-hand side or right-hand side of the keeper. We go 1-0 up after 3 minutes. He was definitely onside. Look at this. Not even close. 1-0. That's a great start. I'm very happy with that. One shot, one goal. I would feel hard done by if I was Valencia a little bit, but you got to take your chances, and that's what we've actually done. We haven't been doing that consistently this season, but right there, we actually took our chance, and I'm glad to see it. Now I have a highlight in the 31st minute. Throw into Koke. Saul with the ball now. Into Lamar. Out left to Hermoso, who's been in great form. So I had to give him the start. Is Dembele. Oh, its shot gets saved. A great chance there and beautiful cross by Mario Hermoso. But not Thomas Lamar. Moussa Dembele can't find the back of the net. He probably should have there too. As Bengala looks like he has a slight knock. He's actually playing defensive midfield this game. That's surprising. I didn't notice that at first, but naturally a center back, of course. But it looks like we're going to go into halftime with a 1-0 lead. There is one highlight before the end of the first half, though. Hopefully it's not another stoppage time goal. We've conceded so many stoppage time goals this season. It's unbelievable. More than I've ever conceded before. We might be scoring one as Dembele hits the post. So unlucky. Dembele should have a hat trick by now. But denied by the goalkeeper, denied by the post, and then denied by a block, but he was offside. So it's going to go into halftime. 1-0 lead to Atletico Madrid, away from home. So I'm pretty happy with that. We've been a much more dominant team. They had one shot all game, none on target. It must have been a pretty decent shot, though, to have 0.3 XG from it. We have 1 XG from 6 shots, 4 on target. So we deserve the goal. We deserve the lead. I'm going to say I'm pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. I'm happy with how we've played. We've dominated them. So if we can just do this in the second half, we will win this game. We will get another goal, and we will win this game. So we need to keep this up. We can't, slack off at all. As they're going to head away the corner. It's good to see. And it looks like we're not going to get on the end of it, unfortunately. The ball's going to go into Mangala, who again is on that little bit of a knock. They've not taken him off. Catrone, what is the goalkeeper doing? What is the goalkeeper doing? What is the goalkeeper doing? He takes a terrible angle, and Cutrone basically passes it into an empty net. I have no idea what Oblak's doing here. Like, where is he going? Where are you going? I do not understand that. I don't understand the goalkeeper decision-making right there, because, if he was going to collect the ball, that's not even the angle he has to go to. That ball's going to the byline. I don't understand. I have no idea what just happened there. That is the worst mistake I've ever seen Oblak make. He's been great this season. But when we need him the most, he does that. Just runs out of his goal, leaving an empty net for him to easily pass the ball into. I'm going to berate the team. They've been great this game, but they need to score another goal. They need to do something offensively. They have one shot on target, and it went in because it was an empty net. I need to make subs here because we've got tired players. Saul hasn't been good. He's tired. Bring on Hector Herrera. Trippier's been bad. I'll give Rashalko a shot. Suarez has been bad again. So he's coming off. Carrasco's coming on. Dembele has to stay. Lamar has to stay. I don't really have many other midfielder backups. We've got Torreira here, but I don't really want to take off Koke. I guess I could take off Marcos Llorente for Torreira. And I'm going to go a little bit more attacking. Lamar and Carrasco don't know the striker position, but they're our two best trequartistas, so I think they're going to have to play. Jimenez has been bad again. I said last episode that Suarez has been, not Suarez, but João Felix has been the worst player on this team. Jimenez is a close second. They've both been terrible. I don't understand why Jimenez, he's just like João Felix. He's got great attributes, but he plays like absolute garbage. He's so bad. I've rarely seen him have a good game. He only has a good game when the rest of the team has been absolutely dominant. and he has nothing to do, then he gets a good rating. If it's a close game, he's always on a 6.5, 6.4. Always. He's so bad. I'm going to bring on Lodi. Hermoso's played well, but Lodi's a little bit more attacking. Those are all the subs I can make. We're going more attacking. We're going to encourage the team. Looks like we're going to drop points again. They have one shot on target. We have 5, but we can't find the back of the net because our trequartistas are absolutely... Well, Lamar's good. He got the assist. Dembele scored the goal. But Suarez did absolutely nothing. Carrasco couldn't really change the game. Didn't have enough time after coming on. I'm going to thrash my arms and say we're going to be working hard tomorrow because that was not good enough. I'm going to thrash my arms. I can't really blame the attackers. Like, Dembele was fine. He scored a goal. But they have to do better. It's still not good enough to only score 1 goal. We are now only 8 points clear of Real Madrid with the same amount of games. So if we beat them, we go 11 points clear. If we lose to them, they're very much in the title race. That was a very poor showing. I'm going to be fining Luis Suarez if I can. Yes, he's going to be fined a week's wages. He's never going to see the pitch again if I can keep from it. He's just been terrible. Absolutely terrible. But, I mean, yeah, he's been terrible, but with how bad he's been, Felix has been even worse. Jimenez has been even worse. Can I find Jimenez? No. I'm just going to warn him then. Criticize his form. You have to start playing to a higher standard if you want to be in the first team. I'm probably going to drop him for the next match. Probably going to drop him for Real Madrid. He's been that bad. He's going to get dropped for Savage probably. Savage hasn't been good either, but maybe Mandy. Maybe give Mandy a shot in there. I'm going to do it. I'm dropping him for the next match. Do it now so I don't forget. He's just not been good enough. Suarez has dropped. Carrasco's going to come in from him. The rest of the team's been okay, but just a few players are just letting this team down. Players that should be the best. Like, literally, Suarez and Felix should be the best 2 players in this team. Koke's up there too, but like Felix and Suarez should be amazing. They do not perform to their attributes at all. Not even close. Suarez, I mean, I feel like it's a bit harsh on Suarez, but because he's been good at some points of the season, but he's just, in the past month, he's completely fallen away. He's completely gone quiet. He's completely absent. I don't, this doesn't bode well for Real Madrid. I'll just say that. They're in second place. It is home, but if we can't beat Valencia in 8th place, I don't see any way we beat Real Madrid. I've said it before, our form is a lie. We have been grasping at terrible performances from other teams or just lucky penalties or own goals to get results. And it's not going to work against the better teams, and it hasn't. When we've played a good team, we've either lost or drawn every single game pretty much. It feels like it at least. Like, let's go look at some of our hardest games this season. Inter, friendly, but lost. Liverpool, draw. Inter, draw. Inter, loss. Liverpool, we did beat Liverpool once, so that was the one great result we've had, but it took a 97th minute winner. Real Madrid, loss. Barcelona, draw. Juventus, draw. Juventus, loss. Every single good team we played has beaten us or drawn with us, except for one win over Liverpool in a 97th minute winner. This team is not good enough. It should be challenging those teams, but it's just not. And then I feel like we've been lucky to get the draws that we've gotten. I don't know. I'm going to advance to Real Madrid, see if I can do something to buck this team's up and find a way to get a result, because I don't know. I don't know what I can change, but I'm going to look at it. I'll see you in a bit. So this is the lineup I'm going to go with against Real Madrid. Jimenez has been dropped. Mandy comes in. One of the only differences. That and Suarez has been dropped. Carrasco comes in. Of course, João Felix has been dropped for a while because he's not been good pretty much at any point in the season. So he's just a bench rider now. This is, I think, our best team. Like, hopefully our best team. I don't know. I'm going to give Mandy a shot. Carrasco's been pretty good on the season, so let's see if he can perform again today. I made a couple changes, not huge ones, but I went to balance instead of attacking. I probably only do that against teams of Real Madrid's quality. I went slightly more direct as well. Usually I've been standard passing. I'm going slightly more direct. I just feel like it's our best way of getting a result. And then the only other change I made was I moved the wingback from attack to support, just to keep them a little bit more defensive, a little bit more defensively solid. So we should be fine with three defensive midfielders in front of our back line. Like, we should be fine to have them attacking, but it's obviously something's not working. So I have to change something. So those are the only things I could see to change, really. So I'm going to do that, see if we can get a result. If we can, I'll know how to play against better teams or evenly matched teams, obviously, because in real life, Atletico Madrid have pipped Real Madrid to the title, so they're at the worst evenly matched. So we should be getting a result here at home against Real Madrid. Huge rivalry match, but hopefully we don't poop our pants again and just completely lose 5-1. Hopefully it's respectable if we do lose. Hopefully we can put in a good performance. That'd be really nice. I'm going to say go out there and give their fans their money's worth. It is a big rivalry match, so always praise that. Always, say fans whenever it's a high rivalry match. It always gets them motivated. So do it for the fans. Ryan, it's Derby Day. How much do you look forward to taking on your local rivals? It's always a tremendous occasion, and the atmosphere is something to behold. Hopefully we can harness the energy and intensity of the day and send the fans home happy. Can we have an insight into how you might approach the game? I certainly can't see us taking many risks. That's for sure. So, not good form. Based on our form, this should be a win or a loss. So, it's probably going to be the latter, but they've been in pretty good form recently. They've won their last 4. They did lose one game, but playing Wijnaldum as a defensive midfielder. Militao at right back. 8 points clear. If they win this, they're right up there. 5 points back. And we're going to have to win pretty much every single game. We're going to have to beat Barcelona probably if we're going to win the title. If we lose this match. So, I don't like my odds in that perspective. I don't see us beating Barcelona, even though they've kind of struggled recently, especially. They were in second place for a long time, but they've really fallen off the pace. But they're still Barcelona, and we're still Atletico Madrid. And the Atletico Madrid we've seen in this series is not a team that can beat Barcelona. So, Dembele's through on goal, though. Nice ball from Lamar. And Dembele, again, an early lead by a pass from Lamar to Moussa Dembele. 18th minute this time, a little bit later than last match. But again, it's a pretty early goal from Lamar to Dembele. Now, which means we're probably going to concede in the 70th minute and draw 1-1. At the best, probably. We're going to have another highlight immediately, though, starting from our goal kick. Into Aissa Mandi. If he makes a mistake, I'll feel really bad, but obviously I couldn't continue with Jimenez. He's been too bad. Carrasco, what a save that is. That was a pretty good shot by Carrasco across the goalkeeper, aiming for the far post. And that was probably hitting the back of the net if Courtois didn't save that. So a very good save from Courtois to keep us out and keep it only a 1-0 lead. And it looks like that's how the first half's going to end. There's only 3 more minutes and stoppage time, which is only a minute. So that's going to be the end of the first half. Again, we go into first half with going to the end of the first half with a 1-0 lead. They don't have a shot on target, just like Valencia didn't have a shot on target last match. So we know this is going to end well. I'm going to say don't get complacent, because obviously saying they did well didn't do anything, because they played awful the second half. So don't tell them they do well. Tell them to not get complacent. Maybe that'll make a difference. Maybe they'll be more interested in winning the match. As Lamar's going to have a chance, put a ball to Saul, into Dembele. He's got 3 defenders ahead of him, but he's going to go for goal. Pretty easy save for Courtois, though. Didn't really see much challenge to that one, so a save you would expect him to make. Pretty weak shot, right at him, pretty much. They have dominated possession, but we've dominated the chances. They finally got a shot on target, but we have 3. Half of our shots have been on target. We have 0.8 XG. They have 0.2. If they win this match, or draw this match, I will be very upset. Just saying that right now. As it's about time to make a sub. Saul again has played poorly. His second poor match in a row. I'm going to bring in Torreira for him. Hermoso's played poorly, but he's more defensive. I don't really want to take him out. Mandy's played poorly. Felipe's played very poorly. I don't understand, how can you play so bad when they haven't scored a goal. Like, you must be a totally crap player if you can play poorly without conceding a goal as a defender. Like, that's impressive. That's hard to do. Must mean their passing has been just horrific. That's the only thing I could say to explain that. I don't really want to take him out, though, because I don't have better options on the bench. So, Jimenez is not a better option. I'm going to take Carrasco out, though. He's not been that great. Who do I give a chance? I give a chance to Angel Correa. He's the most deserving of a chance. I'm going to start time wasting. Modric has gone up top. That's an interesting change. Assuming they'll be making a sub soon? Or are they just playing Modric as a target man? Okay, Football Manager. You just want to play Modric as a target man. That's fine by me. If you want to do that, you do that. You do you, Football Manager. I don't want to take Lamar out. He's on a yellow and he's tired, but he's playing well. Like, I know none of my backups are going to do anything positive, so why take him out? I'm actually going to make a defensive change. I'm going to take off Trippier. I'm going to move Mandy to right back. I'm going to bring on Savage. A little bit more defensive sub. Mandy a little bit more defensive than Trippier. As they're going to have a highlight before that substitution is made. Trippier with the interception, but it falls back to them. And Modric, playing target man, nearly scores a goal. If that would have worked for them, I would have been flabbergasted. If target man, Modric, would have scored a goal, I don't know what I would do. I would quit for Football Manager forever. If I conceded a goal to target man Modric. And that's offside. I figured it was. He looked off. And it's not even going to show the highlight. It goes right to a Cruz highlight, but they score here. It's totally undeserved because it's over the third minute of extra time. They have played an extra minute and a half now, but that is the game. The game ends pretty quickly, and we win 1-0 against Real Madrid. That is a huge win, an absolutely massive win. It looks like going a little bit more direct, even though they've really dominated us in that second half. Like, they had 3 shots going into halftime. They had 7 shots in that half. The same amount of shots we had in the entire game they had in that half. They were just not clinical with them. So I think the change to put our wingbacks on support helped. I think it forced them into more long shots and helped us be a little bit more defensively solid. Felipe somehow ends up on a 6.9. I don't understand because he was on a 6.5 in the 80th minute. So how he immediately goes up 0.4 in 4 minutes is beyond me. Mandy as well on a 6.8, so I don't know how he got up. But we win the match. I'm going to say very nice victory. Well done. Huge match against a bitter rival. Beating your bitter rivals must make this a particularly pleasing victory for you. I'm absolutely delighted. Despite only having 40% possession, you still managed to win. Why did you intend to allow Real Madrid quite so much of the ball? Absolutely. I think we were allowed them to keep the ball in areas of the pitch where they couldn't hurt us, and we knew we had to be clinical if any opportunities came our way. Dembele, again, was clinical. Dembele's been our best striker. He's been far and away better than Luis Suarez, which I never saw coming. But, okay. So, that ends this episode. We look forward to when we'll come back next. It's going to be from Barcelona. And who else do I play? Alaves are in 15th, Getafe in 10th. I guess I'll have to do a end of the episode, end of the series episode as well, because we'll probably have a chance to win the title in the last few games. I think it depends on how the league's going to go. If I come back for Alaves or Getafe, I think I'm going to come back for Alaves. I mean, I could come back for Sevilla, but that'd only be 2 matches in between. I think I want to come back for either Alaves or Getafe. Depending on where we are in the season. If we have a chance to win the league in one of these games, I'll come back for that one. If we don't, I'll play Alaves Barcelona and come back for the game-winning episode. Hopefully game-winning episode. Series-winning episode. La Liga winning episode. Hopefully we can win the Liga now. We've got an 11-point lead at the top, so we're in a good position. If we don't see this out, we'll be super bottlers. Only have 1 loss on the season and 3 draws. It's been a great season. Like, this tactic has done really well in La Liga against the poor teams. Like, if you're playing teams that are lesser than you, This is a great tactic. I think this is a very good tactic for playing against lesser teams. Obviously, it's allowed Lamar as trequartista to have 16 assists, the most in the league, second best average rating in the league. Dembele to have the third most goals in the league. Hazard, 24 goals. That is ridiculous from an inside forward. That is a ridiculous number. But Dembele's done pretty well, so I think it's a good tactic against weaker teams, but against the better teams. Obviously, we were able to beat Real Madrid there, but I had to make a few changes, and it had to be at home. So I think with those changes, it's a better team against teams that are as good or better than you. But the way it's set up right now, I feel like it's very good against lesser teams. I would definitely encourage using it in those situations, but yeah, I just need to see more. I need to see more against the better teams, but I'm happy with it in total. So that's enough of that. I'll see you next episode for Barcelona and somebody else. So if you've enjoyed, if you've made it to the end of this video, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. Links to all my socials are also in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.